Trebling up and down is a very skilled activity and requires a lot of practice, superb bell control, as well as keenly developed listening skills. You need highly developed striking skills, good observation skills, and to remember that you are in a position of leadership. You, as conductor, are responsible for the end result in terms of the sound that you produce. The first thing that you must do as conductor when you're trebling up is to inform the band how you want them to start. That may be sequentially, one at a time, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, etc. Or it may be to pitch them in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One at a time, trebles going, gone.
Once you've chimed the treble, you need to go up fairly quickly, because your goal is to ensure that you do not clash with the tenor by the time the tenor is striking. Okay, are we all ready? One at a time, please. Treble's going, she's gone. It's a little bit like an aircraft taking off. It goes up very steeply to begin with, and then its rate of ascent reduces. It never stops going up, and that's really important for a treble ringer, but the rate of ascent may vary. So initially it's quite fast, and then the rate of ascent slows. If it slows too much, or the treble ringer ceases to go up, the bells will eventually spread out, there'll be overlapping chords, clashing, and control of the band will be lost. One of the most important things you have to do when you're trebling up is to listen, and listen very hard. Your bell needs to be placed after the tenor, but you also have to be aware of what the rest of the band are doing, so that if there are any variations, any gaps appearing or clashing, you can provide advice to correct. One of the key skills is observation, so that you can anticipate any problems that the band is having. If you see a gap developing somewhere, this can cause real problems. Because if the bells behind that gap go up, eventually it will force you up to stay behind the tenor.
Trebles going, gone.
If gaps form or clashing occurs, you need to give immediate advice on how to get the bells back into place. You must keep them bunched together like sheep. If you go up too fast, particularly in the later stages of the raise, that will become difficult for people. They will herd together with very small gaps between each bell, and you'll hear a big gap between yourself and the tenor. To correct that, you need to reduce your rate of ascent. You must still keep going up, but not as quickly. And you'll hear the bells begin to spread out. Here's an example of that, and you can hear the bells are far too close together.
One at a time, trebles going, gone.
Sometimes the gaps may become too large. and you'll begin crashing with the tenor. This is an indicator that you've not gone up fast enough and you need to increase your rate of acceleration. So if you start to raise the bell a little more quickly, you'll find that they come together again. And your job as leader is a little bit like the sheepdog. You have to keep them all herded together and in place.
One at a time, trebles going. Gone.
So, the main rules that you've got to bear in mind when you're trebling up is to go up quickly at the beginning so there's no overlapping with the tenor when your bell doubles. Never stop going up, just adjust the rate at which you go up, and develop your observation skills so that you can see if there are any gaps forming or anybody's clashing and overlapping, and take immediate action before it's too late.